friend of mine said something to me a long time ago, and it stuck with me until this day. He said, "Yo, Jay, perception is reality." And I remember that statement being, it bothering me like so much. But why does that bother you? Because and it bothered me because I knew that what people perceive may or may not be reality, especially as it pertains to you, right? On the outside looking in, people are looking at you, and they can perceive a whole lot of things, and is the reality, right? And so that is why that statement sort of bothered me. But the more and more as I'm existing in this society, in this world, I'm realizing that the unfortunate truth is that is the truth, right? Perception is reality. And with that being said, I believe that one of the more dangerous things that are about to hit us in the next couple of months and years is perception. And the rule of thumb is if you control the narrative, then you control it. There are places that believe that their leader is God, right? There are places that believe that their leader is God. Why? Because their leader controls the means of communication, therefore controlling the narrative. And so what should concern people is not necessarily, a Project 2025. Like, what's that? Like, so what, right? Or, the potential rules and laws that can be put into place. Like, that's not really concerning. Or it is concerning, but that's not the main concern. The main concern should be looking at this. Major forms of communication in the United States are all meeting with President-elect Trump. For what reason, I have no idea. You got Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, right, which is Meta, which also owns, what do you call this thing, Instagram and, Threads. And then, obviously Elon Musk and X and the Google CEO, which is where a lot of us get our information from. And all of this should be like, what's going on? Your antennas should be up. Like, why in the world are, major communication outlets meeting with President-elect Trump? Well, again, if you control a narrative, you control perception. And if you control perception, you control reality. And as weird as that sounds, there's a real possibility that communications and narratives can be controlled. Like what passes through your algorithm. Google decides that. What passes through your YouTube, right? Google decides that. What passes through, your Instagram feed, your Facebook feed, right? Somebody's deciding what passes through and what doesn't pass through. What happens when your form of communication is cut off? Oh, TikTok, by the way, TikTok is gone. TikTok will be gone sometime next year. And then there are like some other small social media outlets that are really like trying to rival some of these forms of communication. I don't know how long they'll last or whatever the case is, but if they want to last, they're probably going to have to meet with the king as well. And so the narrative is going to be, really controlled in the next, few months, few years. And the question is going to be, what reality will we all be in once the narrative is controlled? Once, everything that funnels through our timeline is filtered. What reality will we be in? Would it be like the real reality, or will it be like another reality? Will we be in, leaders are God sort of reality, or will we be somewhere else? And so that should be like the real concern, because, it'll fall right under our noses and everything will be okay, because the narrative will determine reality, and that will be what is real. You need evidence? Look at North Korea.